Have you ever just been tired, not mad, not upset, not wishing on anybody's downfall? Just quiet, not bothering anybody, just quiet. Suddenly everybody's asking you, what's wrong? Are you okay? You seem upset. And it's like, no, I am okay. I'm not upset. And I'm also just not pretending today. Like today, I'm not pretending. I'm not pretending to want to engage in a conversation. I'm not pretending to want to do the small talk. I'm not pretending. Today, I'm just quiet. And today, I'm just content. Yes, I be feeling like that. A little too much, but it is what it is, right? Welcome back to Sincerely a Mad Black Woman. I'm your host, Alexis Tyler Wilson, and we're into episode 6. So exciting. Every day, every week, y'all gonna hear me say for the whole month, Happy Black History Month. Loud and proud, cause yeah, Happy Black History Month. Act like y'all know. Today we're gonna be talking about why Black women don't get to have bad days. Because why don't we get to have bad days? That's the real question. I've really noticed that, especially at work, if I'm too quiet, people are always asking me, what's wrong? Like, it's a concern. Are you okay? Is everything okay? Everybody's genuinely concerned if I'm having a bad day or if I'm just like, something is wrong with me. You know, like, I probably don't even have a face expression, but because I'm quiet, it's like, are you okay? If I'm focused, I'm intense. If I'm tired, I have an attitude. If I'm direct, I'm aggressive. Like, again, we just cannot win. We just cannot win. Quiet is a problem. Loud is a problem. Middle ground, still a problem. If I over smile, I'm fake. Like, they like, Alexis, you showing too much of your teeth and you know it's not even that funny. But it's like, if I don't smile, y'all want to think that I'm not engaged in a conversation or I don't like y'all or I have a problem. Like, I'm trying here. If I over explain myself, I'm too much. If I'm too talkative, I'm too loud. Like, y'all are not even comfortable in my personality. So how am I supposed to be comfortable showing and sharing my personality with you guys? Like, I don't understand. How do y'all want me to be? Like, I clearly can't even be myself. It's like there's this invisible line we're supposed to walk. Nobody would tell us where it is, but there's definitely a line. Like, there's definitely a line. It's either we're supposed to be ourselves or we're not supposed to be ourselves, but like, we're constantly back and forth between both lines because everybody is expecting something, which is why I say you just should be focused on you. Focus on how you want to be, because at the end of the day, everybody wants something different from you. Now, for real though, let's talk about being tired. Sometimes I'm not angry. I just slept for 4 hours and didn't get no sleep. I gotta be up at 6 a.m. to get to work at 8 a.m. And yes, 6 a.m. because I take a long time. It's a process. It's a process, right? I just had 4 hours of sleep. I'm drained. I just finished working 2 hours studying. All this stuff, I'm drained. Can I be drained? Can I be tired? Like, it's 8 a.m. Do I really have to be so excited this early in the morning? But when I look exhausted, it becomes a personality trait. Now everybody is just like, that's just how she is. She's always like that. Hold on. I come in tired one time and now it's like, oh, she's always like that. She's always standoffish. She be moving stuck up. Whoa. Wait a minute. Everybody else could look burnt out and it's called hustling. They grinding. They going to get it. Like, you know, they working. When we do it, it's what's wrong with her? Why she got an attitude? That's my favorite thing because everybody always, what's wrong with her? Like, what's wrong with you? I literally have to soften my face in like meetings or just like talking to people in general because like people just be like, oh, like your face expression, it just gives like you have an attitude or you don't want to be here. I'm just like, yo, I'm literally just sitting here. Like, I don't feel nothing that you guys are referring to. I'm just sitting here. Everybody could be having the same calm, stone cold face expression, but I'm the problem. Do y'all even want me here? I have to do all these different things, text in different ways. I always have to say, I'm not mad, I'm just talking. Literally, that's why that's a catchphrase. Because literally I have to tell people, like, I don't have an attitude, but I feel like. I'm not mad, but I feel like. It's like, why do I always have to say first that I'm not mad, or say after that I'm not mad? Like, I can't just express my feelings without people thinking like I'm trying to attack them or something. Oh boy, it's so aggravating. The comprehension don't be there. People don't try to understand us. They don't try to comprehend the things that we go through, but we're supposed to be always understanding. On top of that, try being a strong friend. Try being a strong friend, like literally. We're the therapist friend, the dependable one, the you got this one. So nobody really like checks for us for real. Like, you know, nobody really wanna text you, make sure you good. And trust me, like, it's like no shade to the people who love me, because I love who love me, but it's just like that's the reality of being the strong friend, being the strong person in the group, or just the strong person that people know, because they feel like you don't need people to check up on you. You don't need that love. Like, you can only give that love. They don't expect you to need those things. Even when we literally don't have this, even when we're literally falling apart, like, they still relying on us. Here's the funny part. I can't even sneeze aggressively, y'all, without someone asking if I'm okay. Like, damn, why does something gotta be wrong with me? Why does something have to be wrong with me? If I don't say good morning fast enough, it's attitude. If my face rests, suddenly I'm angry. I'm just that way. She always got an attitude. And then people always wanna, did we do something? Like, why are y'all so offended? Why are y'all acting like y'all gotta tread on thin water, thin ice to accommodate me when y'all are making me feel uncomfortable for how I'm just being? But underneath the humor, definitely something deeper happening there. There's a stereotype that Black women are angry by default. Like, the stereotype is that all of our kind, we're just angry. We just have attitudes. That's just the way we are. That's just the way we talk. That's just the type of people that we are. Feel me? Like, anything we do is gonna offend the next person, because in their mind, that's how they view us. When we're neutral, it's interpreted as hostility. Like, oh, you're being hostile. Oh, you're being sarcastic. People love to think that I'm being sarcastic. I just be like, why is it always sarcasm when I'm in the middle ground? Like, I don't understand. Help me understand. We don't get emotional range. Like, literally, we don't get to feel our emotions in a wide range. Like, even though, like, I'm pretty sure y'all have seen Inside Out. Y'all seen all them y'all seen all them emotions running around Riley's head. I know y'all did. And then when they did Inside Out 2, they added more emotions. However, when it comes to the Black woman, the average Black woman, everybody only thinks we're supposed to be angry. Actually, they think we're supposed to be angry or happy. There's no in between. Angry or happy. And they really don't expect us to be happy for real, because they think that we all struggling and we just angry. Like, we got so much going on that we just angry. That we just come that way. We just born angry. Like, once you born Black, you born angry. Moving on. We don't get to be indifferent. We don't get to be overstimulated. We don't get to be quiet and processing. Like, we don't get to just think. We don't have the time or the day to just sit with our thoughts and think. Because if we're thinking, we're plotting. That's what they think. If we're thinking, we're plotting. Like, everything with people is fast paced. Like, they want to answer right now. They want you to do this right now. If you don't get them a response, oh, you're mad. If you don't get them a response, oh, you don't want to do it. Like, can I think? Is that okay with you? If I just take a minute, is that okay? We get one assigned emotion. And if we step out of being warm, accommodated, and emotional available at all times, literally all times, it makes people uncomfortable. And we keep talking about this uncomfortable word because literally that's what's happening. Like, anytime we decide that we're gonna stand up for ourselves, we're gonna defend ourselves, we're gonna defend our friend, that's when people start being like, it's pushback now, because we're no longer fitting in their view of how things are supposed to be. There's this unspoken expectation that we're supposed to be nurturing and not emotional. It's Black History Month. Do y'all research. Strong, but not intimidating. Assertive, but not aggressive. And present, but not overwhelming. So we're supposed to be here, but we're not supposed to take away the light and the shine from nobody else. Because trust me, as many rooms that I've stepped in, that's always the case. Shine, but don't shine too bright. It's literally an impossible standard to have. We're never gonna satisfy the needs of other people. We're never gonna satisfy the viewpoints of other people. And that's okay, we don't have to. That's why we're here. That's why we're here. So that it could be understood that we should be authentically ourselves, and it really shouldn't be a problem with nobody. The amount of energy it takes to constantly regulate how you're being perceived, like, it's exhausting. It's exhausting. I'm hanging up my jersey. Well, yeah, I kind of hung up my jersey a minute ago because this is like, think what you want, view me how you want to view me. I really don't care. Like, the only person to know me is me. And if you read the 4 agreements, you would know. You barely know yourself. But get into the book. Sometimes we're just literally tired from life. Like, sometimes we're just tired from life. And that should be okay. We should not have to explain to everyone every time in detail why we're tired. Like, that should be reason enough. We can't be tired like everybody else. We're tired from softening our tone, from shrinking our reactions, from adding extra smiles, from carrying other people's emotions. We're tired from performing stability. Hello? Because that's literally what it is. We have to come in and pretend. We have to come in and perform for other people to make other people comfortable. But we're always uncomfortable. It's okay if we're uncomfortable as long as other people is comfortable in their eyes. And we have to stop that. We have to stop that. And it's Black History Month, so start now. What better time to start? Start now. All of this that's happening, all the things that we do in order to make other people comfortable, it's a performance. Is it really who you are? Is that really who I am? Is that really who you want to be? No. You want to just be you. I want to just be me. And that should be all right. Like, everybody else just gets to be themselves. But when Black women try to be themselves, we're too much. The pressure is too high. The pressure to be composed, always resilient, always the strong one. But strength without rest becomes survival mode. And that's why a lot of Black women operate in a survival mode state. We're constantly surviving. We're constantly surviving. We're surviving in our friendships. We're surviving in our relationships. We're surviving with our family members. Like, we're constantly surviving, even with people, strangers that we don't know. We get on the street and it's like, survive. You're surviving mode. Quick, quick, quick. That's all we know. Because from the outside world, the way that they project their viewpoints and their perceptions onto us, it's the experience that we have to deal with. And little do y'all know, surviving is not the same thing as living. So if you're constantly surviving, are you really living? Ask yourself that. So when a Black woman has a bad day, when she's quiet, withdrawn, low energy, not smiling, it should not be a crisis. We go through things just like everybody else goes through things. We don't have to show up with all 32 of our teeth every single day. We don't have to show up for other people every single day, especially if we can't show up for ourselves. How are you going to show up for anybody else if you can't even show up for yourself? How am I going to show up for anybody if I can't show up for myself? I've been telling my cousin for the past few months that I have nothing to pour into other people's cups because my cup is empty. I have to fill my cup up. And when I fill my cup back up, I will not be giving my last drop. And I'm going to be very intentional and selective on the people I choose to pour into, because I want people to fill me up too. I want to be filled up too. I don't want to never be left empty again, especially when I'm being left empty because I'm filling other people up. Everybody else is happy off of my drink. Now I'm empty. I'm out of caffeine. It don't make sense. It shouldn't be a character flaw. It shouldn't be a threat. It should just be human, because that's who we are. Humans. And people have to remember that. Like, people really have to remember that. Us as black women, us as black people, we are human beings. All right. I want to hear your stories. Tell me about the time they thought you were mad for no reason. What were you actually feeling? Were you tired, overwhelmed, grieving, or just done? Because I guarantee you probably weren't angry. And if you were angry, that's also a raw emotion, and you can be angry every once in a while. But because something made you angry, does that make that your character? Does that make that your personality? Absolutely not. You probably were just not performing. You probably was just being yourself. And that's fine. Some people are just genuine assholes. And that, who are we? You know what I mean? Let me say this clearly. You are allowed to have off days. You are allowed to be quiet. You are allowed to be tired. You are allowed to not smile. You are allowed to not laugh for a day. You are allowed to not talk to people if you choose not to talk to people. You are allowed to not carry everyone else's emotional baggage. You don't have to carry everyone else's emotional baggage. That's not your job. You have to carry your emotional baggage alone. Your humanity does not disappear because other people are uncomfortable with it. You don't owe anyone softness. Everybody want a soft girl life, right? Everybody, but want that for you. Don't want that for nobody else. Want that for you. Even like this whole clean girl aesthetic. Want the clean girl aesthetic for you. Stop falling into stereotypical traps. It's Black History Month. Are we really clean girl aesthetic? Like, is that really what we give? Think about it. You do not have to shrink yourself to make other people feel safe. You do not have to shrink your presence to make other people feel safe. You're not angry. You're human. All right, child. That's the end of today's episode. Why don't black women get to have bad days? I hope you enjoy. Remember, I'm not mad. I'm just talking. I'll see you at our next session, and you better not be late.